This is Late Night Health. This is the radio show that cares about the most important part of your life, your health. During the next hour, the insane Daryl Wayne and I'm Mark Alyn, we're going to take a look at a variety of health issues that affect each and every one of us. We'll wrap up our show as we do each week with some comments from Robert Clancy. And before that, we'll speak with Dr. Stephen Sinatra. He's a world-renowned doc, and we'll be talking about the correlation between heart and lung disease and COVID-19. We're going to go to Mexico, just outside of Mexico City a little bit later on, and we'll be speaking to a friend of mine who lives there, and we'll talk about the shutdown in Mexico. Right now, we go to jolly old England, and we're going to spend some time with Liberty Forrest. She's been on the show a number of times, but this time we're going to talk about England and COVID-19. Liberty, what's it like there in the hamlet that you're in regarding COVID-19?
Well, I'm actually fine with it because I like holding up and working at my computer, so I hardly notice, but I notice it when I go out because it's a very strange world here. We've been seriously locked down. Until a week ago, we were allowed a few more liberties. Prior to that, we weren't allowed out of the house unless we were exercising just once a day and only in our area. We weren't allowed to drive anywhere unless we absolutely had to go to work. Mostly we were told to stay home if we could. We're only supposed to shop infrequently and get in and out as quickly as possible. And you're allowed to go and get food or medical supplies or help someone who is sick. That's it. Otherwise, you had to stay in your house. And last week they lifted the lockdown a little bit, and we're supposed to be allowed to drive a little bit further now. We can go wherever we want, but that's kind of stupid because nothing's open. And people have been taking advantage. You know how they are. Give them an inch, they take a mile. So they've been flocking to the beaches and tourist places, and the people who live in those areas are freaking out and don't want all these extra people descending on them. So the mood is tense. People are getting frustrated about being stuck indoors. So those ones are disappearing, to all over the country, and then making the other ones upset, who just wish they would stay the hell at home and let us put this thing, get this thing kind of under control. So there's starting to be a really awful sense of frustration and unrest, and I kind of am worried about what might be coming because there's so much anger, I think, and resentment and frustration bottled up in people. And, of course, they're not going to the pubs, so they're not having their regular pints, which doesn't help. Having them at home, I would imagine.
And without that little bit of beer and wine and maybe a little something heavier, people are even more frustrated. What about the... Well,
I think it's it's a very huge part of the culture here. Going to the pub and hanging out with your friends. It's like going to someone's house. So it's a major social thing more than about the drinking, and people don't have that outlet anymore. So I think that's a big part of the problem. But we've got over 35,000 deaths, although they think the true figure is more like 44,000. And in a country of our size, that is a substantial number of people, of lives lost.
What is the total population of England? Do you know offhand?
Yes, it's something just under 60 million, I believe. Or I think the total for the whole United Kingdom is around 67 million right now, with 57 or so million in England, and then the rest of Wales, Northern Ireland, and Scotland.
We had over 300 million people here in the United States, and people are getting frustrated here as well. Many of them are starting to protest. They're going out without masks. I go out to a supermarket. I put my mask on in my car, and then I'll go into the supermarket or an appointment of some kind, I have a health checkup today, for example, I will wear a mask. Are people wearing masks, or are they not wearing masks right now?
Not very many of them are, and in fact, the government has kind of said you don't really have to, unless you're on public transportation. And if you're on a bus or a train, then they're telling you to wear one. But otherwise, they're sort of like, nah, don't bother. But what's weird then is walking down the street, and you go for a walk, and people can be a block away, and if they see you coming, they'll cross the street. and they're way behind you then before they cross back to your side. And if you have noticed even just saying hello to someone as I pass, and there's this big gap as you approach each other, and you just even saying hello to them, they seem to jump and kind of do the deer in the headlights thing. It's just shocking to see the fear on people's faces about this. But no, nobody's really wearing masks, so I don't quite understand. But then I'm not either. I'm not quite as freaked out about everybody else, I guess, about this thing.
You mentioned...
Which is probably because of being a homeopath, right? And, I have alternative methods behind me, so I'm not too concerned if I get sick, it'll be fixed.
Got it. There's some people who are promoting herd immunity, not herd mentality, but herd immunity. And I can't make up my mind. So right now I'm wearing masks, I'm disinfecting, and I am thoroughly washing my hands every time I go out, and maybe 2 to 3 times, because I want to be careful. I don't want to be sick because, like most guys, I'm a big baby when I get ill. One of the things that I'm concerned about is that here in the U.S., we have, at least in my part, in Southern California, when I'm walking, and I should be doing that more, when I pass people, I'll move to the other side of the street, they'll move, and we'll wave, we'll even say hi. And it's friendly. And you kind of almost want to stop and talk to these people because you haven't had social interaction at all. Is that something that you're seeing?
Well, yeah, as I was just saying a minute ago, I see more people crossing, but looking like they look fearful. They don't. Not everybody, of course. There are some. I live across the street from a little shop, and I see one thing I've noticed is watching people outside. Initially, they were about 2 meters apart, as we're supposed to be, 6 feet. And as the weeks have passed, that 6-week space has become more like 15, even more. I mean, I can see them standing out there queuing up to go in the shop, and there are like these huge gaps in between them. So it feels to me like there's more fear than anything happening here, which I find disconcerting. And don't get me wrong, I don't want the disease either. So I'm washing my hands and I'm being careful when I'm out. But I don't want to jump on the fear train because, to be honest, I think the more we fear it, the more we're likely to attract it. I really believe that energetically, what you put out, the signal that you're sending out, you're going to get back.
Right.
And I also know fear decreases our immune system, that makes it weaker. So, I don't want to get fearful about it. I'm just trying to be careful, as cautious as I can be, but stay positive and optimistic and stay safe, as they say.
Got it. Liberty, real quick, where are you located? You're a couple hours from London, right?
Yep, I'm a couple hours north in a little village in kind of a rural area, which I love. Very quiet.
Got it. We are out of time. Liberty Forrest, she'll be back sometime soon. We'll talk about health with her again as we have in the past. I'm Mark Alyn. When we come back, we're going to take a look at COVID-19 in Mexico as Late Night Health continues.
If you're listening to Late Night Health right now, you're part of the growing target of baby boomers we're serving. Hi, I'm Daryl Wayne, producer of Late Night Health, inviting you to join the Late Night Health family. If you have any business targeting the growing boomer market, Late Night Health is the ideal advertising vehicle for you. From vitamins to insurance, alternative health to Western-style medicine, Late Night Health caters to the growing population of those over 40 years old. This vibrant demographic has expendable income to fight aging, purchase travel, take care of aging parents, or just have fun. Find out about the advertising opportunities with Late Night Health. Call us at 805-391-0308. That's 805-391-0308, or email us at info@latenighthealth.com. That's info@latenighthealth.com. Join Late Night Health as we empower people to take charge of their own health care. Call now at 805-391-0308. That's 805-391-0308.
Recently, I met Jacqueline from Bright here in Los Angeles. She gave me a hearing exam and then showed me how to hear again with the new Signia Pure Series hearing aids, and she can give you your life back too. I hear birds chirping, birds cooing, and even my wife. They easily connect to my smartphone. The Signia hearing aids are amazing, and with the charge and go, I don't have to fiddle with batteries and hear all day long. Not hearing is frustrating for you and your family. I know you don't have a problem, but trust me, call Bright Here now for a free hearing exam, a $125 value, yours free, just for making an appointment now. There are offices throughout the Los Angeles area. Call Bright Here now at 323-424-7100. That's 323-424-7100 for a free hearing exam. There's no obligation. Call now, 323-424-7100, or visit them on the web at brighthere.com. Late Night Health is proud of our partnership with the EBC, the Evolutionary Business Council. Check them out at ebcouncil.com.
You're listening to Late Night Health with Mark Alyn. The show continues in a moment.
Love may move mountains, but it's even more amazing when it stirs your heart to do the same. Your heart contains all the love it will ever need to make a difference in this world. Your soul is the essence of love, the universe, and everything in it. Isn't it wonderful that you're part of something so grand? When you travel to the center of your heart, you'll be in the middle of all of that love, everything it is, and all it will ever be. Your soul is made from that love.
For more inspiration from Robert Clancy, visit guidetothesoul.com or go to the Moments with Robert page on latenighthealth.com. Late Night Health continues. I'm Mark Alyn. Be sure to check us out at latenighthealth.com. Lots going on over there. And you can also check us out at facebook.com/Late Night Health Radio. We're on Twitter. And if you want to listen to us, you can listen to us on a lot of different podcasting sites, including iTunes or Apple Podcasts, Google Play, and much, much more. We're going to go to Mexico now. I believe an hour or so, hour and a half from Mexico City. And my friend Mary Vanderweil is here. She goes by the nickname Van. And Van, where exactly are you in Mexico right now?
Hey, Mark, how are you? I'm in San Miguel de Allende, which is a mountain town in the middle of Mexico. It's high altitude, about 6,300 feet above sea level.
How do you breathe without an oxygen mask? How do you breathe without an oxygen mask, Van?
Well, heck, I don't know. I manage. I gasp a lot.
Got it. I'm going to give a real brief background. Mary has been in marketing and branding and global marketing for years and years. She's had a passion for painting, and she has a passion for making purses, bags. I need a new wallet. I'm hoping I get that one for Christmas from Van. But and I don't even know if she makes wallets, but it's a good idea. And you can feng shui money in the world by making new wallets, Van. Just a thought.
Good idea.
Right?
Thanks,
so
Mark. Yep.
Let's talk about that little village you're in. You're in a beautiful little home, and you've got views and all of that. But how is Mexico, and particularly your village, handling COVID-19 and stay at home?
Well, this is a small place. There's 150,000 people. A lot of Americans and expats are living here, and obviously a lot of Mexicans. And the government has shut down, I don't know, 6 weeks ago, shut down restaurants and bars. And you're fined if you're not wearing a mask now, out and about on the streets. And you're encouraged to stay home, like most of us are familiar with that. But there are not very many people sick here, which is good. Mexico City is something different. Mexico City is larger than New York City. And it has around 51,000 cases at the moment. But San Miguel is there's not much happening with the virus here. And there's not enough testing, so nobody really knows. But we're all staying pretty safe in any case,
Now, I know that you're a coffee aficionado, and you have a favorite place for coffee. You told me the other day that they have a patio, and you're allowed to sit out on the patio?
Yes, it's one of the few cafes that are allowed to stay open because they do have a big courtyard. In fact, I was there this morning. Getting my takeaway latte. But most places, they don't have. Well, most places are closed. So, people. You can get fined pretty badly if you don't have a mask on. And guess what? What the alternative is, Mark? You get thrown into jail for 36 hours. Can you believe what a terrible idea that might be?
So you have to wear a mask outside?
Yes. Yes, we do.
Wow.
And, there's still people who don't, but most people, Mexicans and foreigners, are supposed to wear a mask on the street. And there was a guy recently who got fined. And if you don't want to pay the money, it's a few $100s. You go get thrown into jail, which is pretty scary. For 36 hours, only 36. Well, I'd rather pay. I wouldn't want to end up in a Mexican jail.
I wonder what the food's like.
I feel pretty safe here, although, we just don't have the numbers. But there's nothing, it's very different, much smaller and less densely populated than Mexico City, of course.
And what about the psychological aspects? Are people frustrated? Are you talking to your friends, your neighbors?
Yes, I have Mexican neighbors and European neighbors, and everybody is sort of, it's the same. They're just trying to stay patient, frustrated, yes, but just trying to be patient. It's tough, but then there are people who don't. Then there are, I haven't taken a cab for a long time, but the last time I did, the taxi driver, not the least concerned about anything. If his time was up, it was up. He wasn't wearing a mask. So, there are people who aren't paying any attention to it as well. But, I think there's a lot of frustration. And there are a lot of people who are out of jobs. A lot of the workers and, restaurant workers are not, live week to week. So there's a whole community here that are, it costs like $25 to feed one family for a week, which is about 500 pesos. So everybody's trying to help donate, and because it's tough. It's tough for people everywhere who are out of work and live week to week.
Right. We've got a high unemployment here in the United States, and
right.
And a lot of people, I mean, restaurant workers and others, it's got to affect people mentally. How do you pay your bills if you're not making money?
Exactly. No, it's not fun. Not fun. How are you doing, Mark? You're coping over there?
Well, I'm sitting here at my desk as I normally do, and Daryl does too. And he's at his studio, and I'm in my home studio, and I'm doing as much as I can, but I'm not going out. I'm not doing video work. Daryl, you want to give Daryl has been working from his home for years now.
Yeah, this is nothing completely out of the ordinary, but having people sort of phone it in puts a little bit of a space. What I found rather shocking, Mark, was you were surprised about her saying that she had to wear a mask when she went outside. We do too, by the way. I just thought I'd let you know. Yeah.
I did not know that.
I just thought I'd let you know.
Wow. Do you wear a mask when we're outside?
Where are you, Daryl?
I'm in Ventura County.
We're halfway between Santa Barbara and L.A.
The problem we have here is, we have L.A. City, we got L.A. County, we got the state, we got Ventura City, Ventura County, and the state, and you have to additively add up all the requirements that each of those individual municipalities are putting on you, right? And it gets a little confusing, to say the least. But yeah, you're supposed to be wearing a mask when you go outside. Mark,
I did not know that. Yeah. Wow, I'm breaking the law. I'm going to start wearing my mask when I'm outside.
Oh, and the rest of your clothing, please.
Yeah, well, I do that. Yes, we don't want to see. We do not want me walking down the street, even without my shirt on.
Nice mask.
Are you allowed, Mary, to have small groups or not?
Well, I think there are people who are having maybe 3 or 4 people having a drink in a courtyard, with a lot of, the social distancing. There hasn't been, I have family in Australia, and they're telling me that they are allowed to have, people, 4 to 5 people over to their homes. But that hasn't really been announced here yet. I think we're a bit behind everybody else for some odd reason, So
I don't know if we're allowed to do that either.
Dictated.
Hey, Van, we're out of time. We're going to have to talk about your bags at one point. I don't know how that relates to health, but we'll figure out a way.
We will. No worries.
We will.
No worries.
Van, thank you very much. From Mexico, we've been speaking with Mary Van de Riesel. I'm Mark Alyn here at Late Night Health. Don't go away as we continue.
Sometimes it's not what you say, it's how you say it. Words are a critical aspect of success. How you get your point across is a crucial part of what makes anything sell. So do it right and hire a writer. Whether it's articles, blog posts, technical writings, website content, product descriptions, or ghostwriting anything from a novel to a nonfiction book about your navel, contact Servet Hassan. If you want it to sell, write it right. Email Servet at servet@servethassan.com.